Welcome. I'm Purpose Fulfillment Guide and author Roslyn McGrath. And today our topic is transforming limiting beliefs. So, our beliefs have everything to do with how we experience our life. So, when something happens, what we believe about that, the prior experiences, our takeaways from those prior experiences, that has everything to do with how we might respond to a current experience and how we respond to an experience and the energy we bring to something has everything to do with how others, and including other energies, respond to us. So you can get a sense here, right, of that ongoing creative process. And yet, the majority of our brain activity is not conscious. So, our subconscious is a place that is fairly unfiltered, taking in the ideas of others, taking in the perspectives that we've been exposed to, especially those that were in our household growing up. And these aren't necessarily things that you would say that you believe. However, subconscious, which is processing information at least 40 million times faster than your conscious mind, and some estimates are actually quite into the billions, it is feeding the conscious mind its ideas, although we may not be aware of it, right? Because it literally is subconscious. So, how do we transform something? First of all, how do we know if our subconscious is in agreement with the beliefs we would prefer to have? Now, certainly, if you find you're believing one thing, but the experiences you're having reflect a different kind of belief, that could be a key. Certainly, sometimes we are aware that we have a belief that limits us. And there are ways that we can clarify where the subconscious is at on a particular topic. So, in Psych-K, which is a really fabulous process using combining ancient yogic tradition and neurobiological research, we can not only identify where the subconscious is at regarding a particular belief, but also simply, easily, and effectively transform that belief to one that you would prefer. So the subconscious controls the muscles. And that is why we use muscle testing to discover if the subconscious is in agreement with something or not, to see if we get a strong signal or a weak. Now, the reason I describe this as a fabulous process is because of my experience working with myself, working with those in my Flourish Your Purpose program, and time after time, I find that we do create profound shifts using the structure, the simplicity of the Psych-K process. For example, a client who was having a very difficult time with a family member over some inheritance issues and feeling really, intimidated by the the angry and the sort of let's say taking charge to have things his way approach that he was using. And she shifted from that sense of being scared, intimidated, unable to really express her point of view to not taking it in anymore when he would behave that way and stating exactly where she was coming from and not getting rocked by how he was behaving. So this was a huge shifter for her. Another client who was dealing with addiction to porn and the shifts through Psych-K, which can work very well with forms of addiction, as well as phobias, traumas. And this took away that compulsion to for porn as the go-to, as the soother. Another client went through major shifts on how she was approaching her work and came to a new place where things came into alignment. Her productivity greatly improved. The positive impact she had in the business greatly improved. Another example for this client in a caregiving position, she felt unable to take care of her own needs in this situation. And she made profound shifts to where she now speaks up for herself, asks for help when she needs it, and gives the priority needed for her self-care while still following through with her responsibilities as a primary caregiver. So I hope that helps you get some sense of some of the potential. It's really quite limitless potential of Psych-K. Again, this is a process, or I would say a set of processes, because there's some options there where we identify where your subconscious is at, if it does agree with this belief that you would like to be holding or prefer to be holding. And if not, if it is safe and appropriate, if your higher consciousness agrees that this is the way and the time to make this shift. And then, if so, we move forward to muscle test what Psych-K process is the best one for the results that you are looking for. So it's not any facilitator's ideas about how you should believe or how you should handle something or anything on that order, but what it is that you really want. And then you're stepped through that process with the muscle testing, checking that, yes, you have made the shift, going back to that first form of testing. Does your subconscious now agree with what you'd like it to? And final step of celebrating that. And one of the great things about this is that through the surrogacy protocol, we can also do this muscle testing remotely. So if you are curious to learn more about this, please go to my website, empoweringlightworks.com/psych, which is PSYCH -K. And I'll put this in the comments as well. And you can learn more about it there. And you're certainly welcome to reach out to me with any questions. And please, I'd love to hear your comments below. If you do find this of interest and other personal growth and purpose flourishing topics, please be sure to like this video and subscribe. And so I want to thank you so much for being here and for being you. Namaste and many blessings to you.